opens. Bobby sits across from Dylan. Dylan wears a red and black flannel shirt.
Stares sexually into Bobby's eyes.
Dylan.
Welcome to the Joystick Show.
It's a great table read, right?
That's how we start. Every one of these shows is 100% scripted.
Yep,
without a doubt, always.
If you didn't know, we should make a video about the process where we show them how we sit down.
Well, I would love, but it's the actual process.
Yeah, where we write the script for the show,
where we plan what day we're doing it.
Right,
we show up.
You come to find out that the Joystick Show is run by like different people who hire us to come and host this secretly.
Yeah. It's like a whole. It's like the Illuminati, you know.
Yeah,
it's like a whole. It's way above our pay grade. Like
it just cuts to me smoking a cigarette in the director's chair. Like they pay great. I mean, honestly, I just kind of pretend to be the face of this Joystick shit.
We have other studios around the house. Yeah. There's like a porn set.
My dad walks by. I'm like, "Hey, Bob, what's up, other Bob?" Strictly professional. Fucking no! Welcome to the Joystick Show, as
officially.
Independently produced as it's been
and
since
not
day
scripted
one,
at all.
Not scripted, improvised every single week by yours truly. I am Bobby. That is Dylan.
Correct.
And every week we're here to provide you some education and some entertainment for
sure.
a good 40 to 60 minutes. That's pretty much what we strive.
We had a good time slot. No commercials yet, but there will come a point where, sadly, every 20 minutes
you'll get a fucking 5-second ad that you can click out of.
Yeah,
and we'll still get money for that.
Or
you could watch it.
There's a second ad that we do.
Yeah,
we cut to it. It's like an infomercial that you wake up to at 3 a.m, right?
But that one's funny.
You're on vacation in Ocean City, Maryland. You scrub your eyes. You look. It's a dildo commercial. Okay. That could be us.
Before we get sidetracked into dildo commercials, I just want to go ahead and say some
YouTube stuff.
Like the show.
Correct.
Subscribe to Team Joystick. It helps us a great deal. We're trying to get to that road to 500, and we will get there with all the fire content coming very, very soon. And make sure to click that bell. Stay up to date with what your boys
very important notifications, man.
With what your boys are doing. We like to ask you some questions at the beginning of the show now.
Yeah, before.
Based on part of me wants to ask a really fucking. I'm gonna ask it. I'm gonna fuck.
Okay.
Who's your favorite member of Team Joystick? Post it in the comments.
I like that.
There's no hate here.
There's no hate, but you should definitely pick a favorite.
Absolutely. Who's your favorite member?
Who's your favorite
Team Joystick?
And I know this is dumb because it's definitely me and you, but who would you fanfic together? Who would you bromance?
Bro, it's obviously you and Jerry. The numbers boys.
Oh, wow. Yeah. We got to calculate the best way.
Dylan leaned behind Jerry at his desk.
At a 45-degree angle.
I really like the way you spread those sheets, Jerry.
Jerry, thanks. It's only Python. Oh, man. God, I love that.
So,
how are we starting this?
I mean, it's the age-old how you been doing.
Yeah.
But, like, who wants to go? You want to go first?
I'll start, yeah. I feel like I had a less eventful week this time than you did.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is another Lazy Sunday podcast, meaning we didn't have the chance to meet up until Sunday. Which also means we did stuff this weekend.
Yeah, which is always pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
I came to a realization. Gambling loses money.
Yeah.
I learned this not the hard way because I do like little $2, $4 bets. But whenever I win money, you should see how fast now I check that shit out. Because if I don't, I will use it to bet on anything. In fact, the only things I've won on, believe it or not, Mexican soccer, college basketball.
Okay.
And then I did one bet that was like an NBA NHL crossover, that one. But besides that, I have not won on any.
Man, I was really expecting you to be like the national cornhole tournament.
But besides that, there's nothing I won on that like I know anything about.
Okay.
There was just I saw one night that there was like a bunch of random sports playing. Like every sport you could think of was playing one night. And I was like, what if I just bet on like everything? And I did that, and I won like $60.
Cool.
And I cashed that out because I'm like, I know for a fact that if I do not,
you're gonna just
that I'm gonna like, I'll be like, I'm gonna like, or I even
I didn't earn that.
Like $60. I did one the other day, right? I did a bet that I all that needed to happen. I mean, it was like a bunch of things.
Yeah.
But Julius Randle to score 20 points. Surefire. No way that could go wrong. This motherfucker just fucking forgets
how to play basketball.
How to hold a basketball. He didn't even it wasn't even in his hands.
Is that against the Heat?
I believe so.
Okay.
I think it was that, which I expected him not to do that well.
He should have been on Barrett. Only had 46 points that night.
Which is the thing. Barrett was injured for a week, so his shit was mad low. I would have made way more sense to go with Barrett. But I chose Barrett to get under a bunch of rebounds. I had him, and he did. He got under that.
Yeah.
But that interlaced with schoolwork is basically where I've been at.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So gambling. It's funny because I can segue off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also gambled this week.
Okay.
I went
So
to
did Joey, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Joey also gambled.
Real quick, shout outs to Joey and Jerry. We missed them dearly, but to give you a 411 on where they are, Joey's actually he's back now, but he was at what is it, Mohegan Sun, in Connecticut.
I imagine him in the commercial.
Yeah, right.
I imagine the commercial, which by the way, their jingle was just Mohegan Sun.
Was it?
Yeah.
Which was the casino that just did fucking Funky Town? Not Funky Town.
There was one
Super Freak. There was one that it's like.
Was that Empire City?
Bring your friend, bring your girlfriend. Ah, fuck! I forgot what it was, man.
Well, that was Foxwoods.
It might have been.
I think that was Foxwoods.
Anyway, I will look this up, but I don't want to get sidetracked.
which game?
And Jerry's coding per usual, but I went gambling this week. I went to a very popular casino called Dave and Buster's.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you know how this casino works, but you spend money and you win nothing, but it's a good time.
Yeah.
You know? It's pretty cool.
You spend money, there's no reason.
I won this.
Fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I know it looks like a diaphragm. It is not, though. It's one of these. You ready? First one to catch it wins $2 after
it's
the
a fake,
podcast. Ready?
It's a fake top of a mushroom.
It's one of those things. It pops in the air. Look at me. Look at me straight in the eye. Whoever catches it is the winner. Let's just keep talking.
This is going to hit me in the face.
Oh, fuck. All right, well, now it's behind the sofa. That went tremendously.
I almost caught it.
Yeah, I hit my finger. So. Yeah. But yeah, I won that. That's gone. That's not going to be featured on the episode anymore.
No more. Bobby will no longer play with it on camera. How's that?
That's as perfect as that could have gone, man. No, it was pretty fun. I was going to just talk about it. They opened
you've been talking about it.
Yeah,
for weeks.
Well, what's funny is I've been talking about it since I found out it opened, and then Joey actually went first. But I got to go finally, and it's pretty cool. To explain, a Dave and Buster's opened near us for like the first time. The nearest ones before that were like in Long Island in the city.
Yeah, which is like that's a whole event.
Yeah, so finally there's one that you could just like have a chill drive to and be like, oh, okay, cool, we're here. But it's a little smaller, but it's not that bad. Like they still pack it with like a lot of stuff. But it was a pretty good time. I was just gonna talk about. Did you
get food too, or did you just okay?
Yeah. I think that's the strat. Like, that's part of the charm.
Yeah, but it's like whenever I go there, I'm just like, it's like, have you been? Do you remember Caracello's in Howard Beach?
Oh my god,
that was the spot.
I'll never forget.
That was the spot. Anyone from Queens knows what Caracello's is.
My mom used to take me to Caracello's whenever I.
So essentially, Dave and Buster's, but it's like good. It's at least decent Italian food.
And honestly speaking, it's like an Italian restaurant that secretly had an arcade in the back. Like,
but everyone knew about it.
Yeah, you could go eat at it and like not know anything about the arcade, and then just you would turn a corner and be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, it's just a bunch of kids. They're playing Wheel of Fortune and punching each other. Yeah, you're like, "What the fuck is this?"
It's not there anymore, sadly. Sorry if anybody got really excited.
Guys, if you wanna take
pictures,
if you guys wanna go to Bagel Cafe and pretend that you're playing the
Bagel Cafe is lit as fuck.
I don't
bro.
like it. I have problems with Bagel Cafe.
Damn.
You gotta ask for just the sandwich, or else they charge you extra to put a little thing of like potato salad.
Oh no, I just get bagel. Like,
yeah.
Everything bagel with some cream cheese and bacon.
I mean, I feel like if a place fucks that up, they should just lose their business license. Like you couldn't.
They have to take bagel out of the name.
It's like you cannot have a bagel with you if you cannot put cream cheese.
Anyway, not to get sidetracked from this fucking arcade.
That's how you know we're hungry.
I know, yeah. Just had a donut pre-podcast. No, I was gonna say I wanted to talk about some of the the more fun games I enjoyed at.
We're gonna do a tier list of the games.
We should go to Dave and Buster's, come back with this information, and then do a tier list here on the podcast. That sounds way more fun.
Film it, mini chronicle.
Absolutely, we gotta like secretly film it.
Do crack cocaine in the parking lot.
Try not to get a kid in the corner or something like that. But we have to go at like fucking 1 in the morning.
I mean, Joey does that shit. He films the students and shit. Like
he puts emojis over the face, anonymity or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce the fucking word. No, Connect 4 basketball. Shit is mad fun. Have you seen that?
So it's just like 1, 2, 3.
It's Connect 4, but to place it, you have to shoot a basketball. So if you miss, it'll like plinko into another thing, and then you're fucked.
Oh shit, that's actually intense.
I went with Beta, and I'm a little better at basketball, so I won really fast. It, bro. But I want to play it with somebody who, like, you know, give me a run.
You want to play it like Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You know, I'm getting them far 3-pointers while still being 7.5 feet or whatever the fuck he is.
A lot.
He's big. Yeah. But what else was cool? Fucking, I decided that when I'm rich and I'm stupidly successful, the first purchase I'm making is getting a Mario Kart machine.
Oh yeah.
Because holy shit, that is fun. That is so fun. Like, you're actually driving it. I also came to realize that...
Would you get the 2 setup, the 4 setup?
Yeah, you got to get it, you know, like a partner. But what was I going to say? After you, like, learn how to drive and have been driving for a while, those, like, arcade driving games feel, like, way different. Like, it's not, like, exactly the same, but you do feel, like, way more control. Where you're like, oh, shit, I do this. And then we were driving home afterwards, and I was like, you're not in Mario Kart. You can...
You're fucking drifting. You're getting... Oh, if I drift,
it's like turning into the highway, like, wait. Slower. This isn't a race. You're driving home.
You're not trying to get first place. There is no turtle that stole your wife in a dress or whatever the plot is.
Fucking air hockey is always great.
Oh, classic.
To realize, I think I'm just amazing at air hockey.
I'm pretty good too, so we have to play.
We do. And last but not least, I wanted to give a shout outs to this
Doodle Jump.
First off, a shout outs to your dad, because he would absolutely love this last game I'm about to bring up. They have like a virtual bowling game. Okay. Right? So it's like skee ball, but it gives you a skee ball that's like maybe this big, like a mini bowling ball.
Holy shit, yeah.
So then you take that ball and you roll it down a ramp at like a hole. And then depending on where the ball rolls down the ramp on the screen, like it'll hit like virtual pins and shit like that.
Shit.
But it's surprisingly accurate. So if you put enough speed
on it. So if you put it in the pocket,
and it'll go exactly where you put it. So I went and I was just destroying this fucking machine. I'm godlike at it. I suck at bowling.
But you're good at
this machine.
You're good at the virtual bowling.
I played it like 3 times.
Yeah,
this is not gonna front. Super fun. Also, when are we going to Dave & Buster's?
I want to go. I want to go. Also, I think that they should, now that to bring this full circle, I feel like now they should have gambling at Dave & Buster's where you can bet your friends that you beat them. Be like, yo, bro, $20.
That's what I told.
And it's affiliated with, and you could have poker. You have table games there. Yeah.
I told Betta, I was like, next time we go, I want to keep a note section on the phone, or we're gonna keep score of all the games we play and see who comes out on top on everything. But
they keep all the prizes at the end.
The company, Dave & Buster's?
No, I'm saying you two fight, then you combo the points,
and they
get all the prizes.
That's hype. Yeah. That's a video.
So no one gets the prizes.
That's a video right there.
Or they pick a prize,
to end on the prize thing, actually kind of funny. I was just gonna say that since Dave & Buster's is kind of marketed as like an adult-oriented Chuck E. Cheese, essentially, right? Even though there are kids, but you know the deal is you have to be 18 to go in, and the kids are only like there with supervisors.
Yeah. They're not running amok.
Exactly. I just think it's really funny that all of the toys and prizes in the prize section are just like things like adults would use. So it's like, oh, for 800
Wait,
tickets.
Are they actually?
Yeah, so it's like, oh, you have 800 tickets. You want to get like antibacterial facial wipes?
Oh my god, I need that.
You know, like the glass case of Chuck E. Cheese that would have like a Nintendo Switch nowadays, like all the consoles and stuff like that.
An iPhone.
It has like a Google Nest thermometer.
Oh yeah. It has like the what's it called, the like the lock on the camera for your door.
But like the real ones, not like But I just thought that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I mean that makes sense. I just very boring products.
Yeah.
Like it's like, okay, you need a Tupperware.
You want to get a pencil eraser?
Fucking fancy pen.
But that was my experience at Dave & Buster's, and I guess to swing it onto another topic of gambling. Shout outs to my mom, who is I wouldn't say my mom is good at gambling.
Well, I have another segue into this.
Yeah. I was just gonna say my mom is very lucky. She kind of goes to the casino often and comes back with money. Mm-hmm. And I almost don't want to talk about it and then like jinx it. You know what I mean? The juju rubs off. Even though I'm pretty sure I've already talked about it. You know.
And the power
of juju. No, but my mom went to the casino like 3 times in about a week and change last week. You're a fucking idiot.
Sorry.
About 2 weeks ago. And in those 3 times that she visited, she totaled over $11,000. It was pretty fucking
Okay,
crazy.
do you want to hear something wild?
Yeah.
My one of my relatives, my dad's aunt Kathy or cousin Kathy, she's very close to us, probably the most close family member we have. She just went on vacation to Aruba, which on her first day there she won $11,000.
That's crazy.
At the casino there.
That's awesome.
And they gave it to her in hundreds, like just stacks. I'm like, because she's international, and I'm like, that is the coolest.
She's
thing.
coming home like she's in a fucking
They stop her at the airport like, you better spend some of that. Like, go back, like.
Fucking
shit.
Yeah, but my mom
got some lucky relatives, man.
Mom won some stacks, and with that money, we were gonna buy a car because we've been looking to get kind of a second car since we only had one after our cars went boom in that crazy accident.
Mm-hmm.
But they kind of surprised me, and they got me a car. Was not expecting it at all.
It's very nice.
Yeah, it was.
I saw it outside.
Nice of them. So long story short, I have a car. I got my first car. I was very, very blessed. I'm not trying to be all like cool about it because I know that I was gifted it, and I'm very happy about it.
That has a reason. It's not like your parents didn't kill someone. It's all good.
Yeah, for sure. But I think the story like behind the car is pretty like funny. Dylan like knew that we were looking for the car, and I showed him that my mom was looking at like an older BMW.
Yeah, and then right away I was like, no,
and
don't
Dylan
do it.
was like, don't do it, and you were basically saying that like German cars get like pretty shitty.
Yeah, and also it's very hard to fix. Like a lot of the parts are patented, so that in order to get it fixed, you have to bring it to the dealership. Okay, and then the dealerships can make all the money from repairs.
Got it. Yeah. So funny enough, my parents went to go look at that car, and then as soon as they got there, my dad apparently was like, "This is not the car that's in the picture." So he spoke to the guy, and he basically like got the guy to not bullshit with my dad, and he was basically like, "Yeah, this is not the car, and it's gonna be pretty worn out in a little bit." Yeah. My dad was like, "Yeah, I'm not looking for that." My dad told him the price range he was looking. I think they were looking like $6,000 to $7,000 or something like that. And the owner of that dealership was basically saying that he had a friend at another dealership nearby that has cars of that price ranges on the lot.
Okay.
So they were on the way driving to that lot when the car that I have now popped up on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, okay.
And apparently it was just some dude that was like, he broke out of a serious relationship with his girlfriend, and he's just trying to like sell a bunch of stuff like tied to the memories or whatever.
Okay.
And part of that was the car. And now I have a brand new car. Yeah.
Underpriced, but good value.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is if you look at the mileage on it, it's like over 200,000 miles, and he was asking like 4,000 for it. And my dad was basically like, dude, that's like super high, blah, blah, blah. But apparently the engine was changed. So it's actually like rated at like 100 something miles.
Yeah, it's way less when you get it replaced.
So my dad was like, "Do you have proof of it?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "If you give me proof of it, I'll give you $3,400." And apparently the kid was like, "Fuck yeah!" And he had the proof. And like it was one of those things where my dad was like, "Hell yeah, $3,400," but the guy was also like, "Hell yeah, $3,400."
Well, it's because they're both trying to. Yeah. I mean, it's called compromise, cutting a deal.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm happy, Like I said, it was a pretty cool surprise. It was funny because like I didn't know how to react at first. So my dad was like, "It's yours," and I was like, "Yeah, it's our new car." And he's like, "No, like I got it for you." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "It's your car." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, cool, like thanks, man."
Yeah. Like it hits you, yeah.
I thought it was also funny because like I got the car and then I did nothing with it. Like I stood home all day yesterday, and then my dad was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" When I first got a car, I was like out. I was like, I got nothing to do, bro.
Yeah, we got shit to do now.
Yeah,
we got
now we got to go to Them Bois.
Yeah,
in the new whip.
So what else are we doing at that shopping center? We're gonna go to Red Lobster and just get the biscuits.
I'm actually down for that.
We order like one thing. We order like one thing on the menu. We're just like, can we get more biscuits?
How about we pregame at Red Lobster, hit up the bar, get some beer and biscuits, and then we go to Dave and Buster's.
Holy shit, that's good. I like that.
Everything's on the phone now. You tap all the games.
Oh yeah. I bet. Yeah.
Fucking
good stuff.
But yeah,
is it pricey? Like how much did you like spend there? At D&B's.
What was it? It was like we got 400 points credits for $60, and we split it 30-30.
Okay, that's not bad.
And every like the highest the game will be is like 11 credits or something.
Oh, that's not bad. So that's a lot.
We were there for like 2 hours.
Oh yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, not that bad.
Oh, that's pretty good. I do that any day.
So yeah, I can't wait to go.
We're doing. Can we show up as like a mad big group? Be like, all right.
No, only 5 people fit in my car. So.
But like
No, only my car, only mine. I got a car, my car. That's it.
5. Who am I cuddling with in the back?
Me. I'm driving with my foot.
Like a Shaquille O'Neal over here.
Man, I was gonna say, we've been friends for a while though. Friends for a long, long while.
We have been.
Here you go. Got you something. Like peanut butter, nutter butter. You a fan? I'm not just breaking out a snack because I love you. I'm breaking out a snack to celebrate something big, something that has to be celebrated.
Okay.
When this podcast comes out, y'all will be watching it March 2nd, which is the day before March 3rd.
Which is?
My mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom.
Woo!
Love you. Shout outs to Dee. But it's also the birth of something else, Dylan. You see, on March 3rd,
2014,
sparked the birth of a prolific
YouTube channel.
A YouTube channel that was then called Mr. Joystick and has since been renamed Team Joystick.
Boom, boom,
We're celebrating our fucking 8-year anniversary.
8-year anniversary.
It's kind of fucking nuts. Cheers. I look back on it and
I don't even think I want to eat this. I'll leave this.
I'm having a small niblet, so I'm not chewing for fucking 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You see, the joke is I pull the snack out and then I have a bite, but then after that I put it away and do the fucking show.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a stupid joke. I don't know why.
Professional.
I'm even doing this.
Professional is all hell.
Hold on. Maybe I'll wash it down with some ASMR water. Ready?
Oh shit.
Here we go. I'll get some slurpage in there.
Oh shit.
Slurpage a word? Probably not a good one.
No. Nice. Quality content. Can we cut to just that? Just that for like a minute.
Hell yeah. Sorry for like the large percentage of people who hated that. It's just what I'm here for. No, I was gonna say 8 years is a really long time, and obviously it's not like we've been doing Joystick every week for those 8 years. We had a lot of like on and off times in and out. But because of that, part of me wanted to look back on everything we've done and kind of just be like, it's not really like 8 years. But when you look at it, like we fucking made a lot of shit.
A lot.
And not only that, like we made a lot of progress. It's kind of nuts. Like you look back at the first video we did, which was like a grainy Let's Play in the wrong fucking format.
It didn't fit the fucking
It doesn't
screen.
fit the actual screen. But it's like, it's crazy how much you learn just from that video. And here we are doing like a 3-angle fucking podcast.
With all cameras that can shoot in 4K.
Yeah.
With fucking, it's real elevation. With podcast, with next week, I feel like we were going to have some segments back, potentially.
Well, I was trying to get a segment done today.
And I have one in the vault
Yeah.
for when all 4 of us are here. And I'm currently whipping up a second one that has to do with maybe another show we have.
Oh shit, look at that.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say was I was trying to get a segment done to celebrate the occasion this week, but unfortunately I didn't get it done. But also like the guys couldn't make it, so at that same thing.
Yeah, so it doesn't make sense to do a trivia competition.
That was essentially what it was. Thanks for fucking spoiling it.
Oh, okay. I mean, people want trivia.
No, but I was telling you, Dylan, that I think we can work it into like a one-off video or something and still do it because I think it is worth doing. It's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. Oh my god. You
good? That nutter butter really made you.
Yeah, it really just gargled my my esophagus there.
Yeah.
I breathed fire. No, man. 8 years.
Do
you have any fond memories looking back?
I mean, every other time I came here was probably to do a joystick thing.
Yeah.
And that's a large part of that 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like my parents, like even sometimes when I come here, my parents ask me, "Are you coming to hang out? Or are you doing like stuff?" And I'm like, "It doesn't matter. It's the same thing."
It's the same thing.
But it's
just when we do stuff for like an hour and change, we have to do stuff.
Yeah, and if and you're productive.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like working, it is work. It's work we don't get paid for yet. But working with you guys,
which by the way,
helps us out with that one.
Yeah.
Road to 500.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, like working with you guys is pleasure. You know what I mean? It's fun. Like even when we're making a video, we're hanging out. Like right now,
it doesn't feel like I'm having a conversation with you.
Dylan and I have been having this conversation for.
We had this conversation upstairs. We had this conversation other places.
11 years ago in our high school cafeteria. Like we've been having this conversation for over a decade. It's crazy, but it doesn't feel any different. Like besides the fact that I got to come down here and set up for like an hour every fucking week, it doesn't feel like anything crazy. What were you gonna say that was making you chuckle?
No, I was gonna say I had the thought of like, I bet like if someone listening, I would find it really funny if they heard that and they'd be like, why would I want to listen to that? But they were listening to it right now.
Yeah, right.
It'd be like a super meta moment.
Where they were like, oh shit.
They pause it there. They're like,
unsubscribe.
Huh.
I realized some shit about myself. You're welcome.
No problem. Keep watching though.
It'd be like the funny thing is I honestly don't care enough about our high school to ever like want to do this. But if like we had the money, it'd be kind of fucking cool to just like rent that corner of the lunchroom out and do an episode of this show from our old lunch
we
table.
could do it. We could have like a lot of, I still talk to a few people from high school. It would make sense to get in that corner. And
just in that corner for 45 minutes.
Hey, can we rent? It's just us and
the master shot is
us and what's the lunch lady?
Oh, what is her name?
With that lunch lady.
Wasn't it like Cookie or something like that?
I don't know, but
she had or Daisy. It was Daisy.
We'll get her. We'll get her.
Daisy.
We'll get her for the podcast. That's the guest.
She was weird.
Yeah, it's okay.
Did I ever tell you about her? She used to like touch me in like interesting ways.
We need to get her on the podcast.
No, I don't think so.
Under the table.
No, definitely not.
That's the segment.
Yo, we used to have this lunch lady. It wasn't Daisy. Daisy was a lunch lady, but not that one. We had like another one that was like really, really Hispanic. And every time that I came up with my food to pay or whatever, she'd be like, hola. I'd be like, hi, da, da, da. And then she would give me the thing and I'd give her the money and she would like pretend you're giving me like, I'll be the lunch lady. You're me giving the money.
Here's my money for this.
She'd be like, thank you. And she like rubbed the sides of my hands, and I'd be like, "What the fuck, bro?"
That's
like,
just germs, man.
Yeah, like that's just weird.
You got other
homie.
Catholic kids' germs on you.
Then I gotta go eat like chicken tenders next to you.
You just get all this people's food. Yeah, you're fucking sick.
And then that brother would walk by and hit on you.
Oh yeah, needed in my life. Mm-hmm. Which is I still don't get it.
Why you?
Well, like, he just adopted me one day.
Yeah.
Like, I was in his class. He gave zero fucks about me. I never participated. And then he was just like, yeah, I'm going to check up on him every day.
For perspective, there was a brother in our high school who will remain nameless. And joking aside, he did not hit on Dylan. But he did kind of, like, form this weird, like...
mentorship relationship.
Yeah, with Dylan. So every fucking day for lunch, this guy would just come to our table for like 1 to 2 minutes and talk to Dylan about some random thing.
Usually just like small talk.
And then he would dip. And then on the days that Dylan wasn't here, he would stop by and he'd be like, howdy boys, is Dylan around? And he'd be like, oh no, he's out today. And he'd be like, oh, it's too bad, y'all have a nice one. And he'd be like, oh, you don't want to fucking talk to us,
he's
bro?
Southern, bro. He's
not Southern.
He pulls up his truck as a fucking straw.
Hey, I had
boys, we got I
had to pull out an accent for our brother friend. You understand?
Yeah, you have to cover the.
Shout out to Brother Basement.
The man.
The legend.
The fucking legend. But I always had, I would say our high school had that weird, like, all the teachers were either, like, weird, but somehow also, like, a good mentor. Like, I don't know. I felt some good, I
wouldn't say every teacher.
Not every. Fucking hell no, not
far
every.
from every teacher.
No, but they had them.
Yeah.
Like, they had, like, a stereotypical where it'd be like, oh, if I was a corny asshole, I would really like that interaction, Like, I'd be like a movie, like a high school movie. It's like, oh, the teacher taught me a lesson, like that kind of thing.
Not to stay on the topic of high school for too much longer, but there was a teacher that used to be at Malloy, and his name is escaping me now, and I'm really upset. I was also going to say, for the record, if we ever, like, don't say somebody's names, it's usually because, like... we're shitting on them, but in this case, I have nothing but good things to say about this guy. I just can't remember what his fuck. Is it Mr. DeMarco? Was he the guy who taught health?
Are we talking about? Yes.
He was like the bigger guy that walked with the cane sometimes.
He taught biology and health. And
so I had him for health class.
Yes.
And in school, he wasn't like a bad guy, but people used to like talk crap about him.
He was a tough grader, from what I heard. Like he taught honors kids,
stuff like that. took health with him. To this day, health was one of my favorite classes in high school. It was just the way he taught it was very interesting. He taught a lot of like trivial facts about like it was the first time like we learned about like AIDS and stuff like that. But he went so far as to talk about like how it started, how it came to New York, and all that stuff. He talked a lot about history behind things.
Yeah.
And I love that.
It was interesting. Yeah.
So I was like super hooked by it. Then I came to find out that this motherfucker wrote a magic book. And I love magic.
Yeah.
So I just used to have like fucking long ass discussions with him about like sleight of hand techniques and like shuffles and stuff like that. So fucking shout outs to him, man.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just you would always be able to like break out in a conversation like that.
For sure.
Like even if I just like was reading a book or some shit, it was like, okay, you could talk to me about this book. I guess that's cool.
Yeah. Especially if it's an English teacher.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that makes sense. Just in gym, I'm just like stretching like, yeah, so about like the Knicks, right?
Like, yeah, I also watch sports.
Yeah. Fucking sport. I love how fucking gym was weird. I know we talked about this.
About gym.
We
already.
talked I'm about to say
we talked about
we
him.
almost went into a whole other thing. Fuck, dude.
I have nothing else to say about the high school that is Malloy.
No.
Other than fucking what was it? Oh, I was here with Jerry the other day. I think we were talking that we all hung out recently. And I was flipping through YouTube, and I've been watching a lot of stand-up, so I get a lot of recommendations from stand-up and stand-up clips. And it was a clip from Chris DiStefano, and it was how I almost got expelled from high school.
Yeah, I remember I saw that.
And I read that, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, you put the pieces together, and you're like...
He went to my high school.
Yeah, it's a hat, yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
He actually went when it was still St. Anne's, I think, when it was still an all-boys school.
Yeah, it was still it was a boys' school.
That's crazy.
We love some men.
Men?
Yeah, the Joystick show. Men? Support the men.
The boys. I like that better than the men.
The boys.
It's not the boys BOYS.
Someone did that on during AGDQ. There was a run.
And
at the end of the run, it's like, do we want to give any shout outs? And everyone went. And then the second runner went. And he was like, and by the way, the whole run, it was a co-op run, but it was virtual. So he was playing with like lag across the country.
Weird.
Like on like remote, remote.
Because this was like online.
Yeah, because it was on the marathon. And then he's like, the guy was just like, yeah, I want to shout out the boys.
The boys.
And that was it.
It's the hypest fucking thing, bro. All his boys were literally like,
yeah. And he was like, I don't know if that's our group name, but we're the boys. And I'm like, I like that. We're the boys.
See, we're the boys, but it's not BOYS, it's BOIS. It's a difference. We're the boys. You get it? It's a little different.
Boise?
Not Boise.
Idaho?
Not Idaho.
We're in Idaho.
We're the boys.
Idaho. Those are the girls. We're boys. The girls are Idahos.
That's my mom's favorite fucking joke.
What?
She tells this like at every party she gets a chance to. 2 potatoes are standing on the corner. How do you know which one is the prostitute? It's the one that says Idaho. Exactly. My mom's favorite fucking joke. It always gets amazing laughs.
It's not good. You know it's coming. It's very obvious.
It's my mom's version of Red and Ding Dong.
It's very obvious, man.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Dylan, what's Red and goes Ding Dong?
All right, Ding Dong.
They don't come in red.
It's so dumb. Do you know what my dad's go-to joke is?
What is it?
So my dad, his big thing is like a story. So he'll like that. I know you have that. Your dad has that too. You'll have like go-to stories. And his is like he drove car service for 20 years.
Yeah.
So it's just like he has like a dozen that you can whip out at any point. One of which being that a transvestite prostitute paid him in all singles. And it took him a while to get it. Which is like a great, I don't know if you could tell that joke now.
Yeah.
Killer joke. Because you're like, and you know it, you're like, oh.
What's your favorite joke? Very random. But like, do you have a favorite joke?
Fuck. I don't.
You don't?
I don't have a favorite joke.
The thing is, like, all my jokes are dirty.
Yeah, I do not. I probably have like sets or like parts of like stand up that are really good.
Well, the thing is like, I was about to say, you and me kind of have like a comedian brain. And I'm not trying to say that in any braggadocious manner. I'm just saying like, jokes for us most likely are like commentary on things in life.
Like my big thing is I'm very like, I'm smart.
Yeah.
So I'm quick-witted. Yeah. So a lot of my humor stems from like just responding to things, or like you say something and then I bounce off that. some like improv shit.
But what I was gonna say is like I'm talking about like preset jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Like written jokes.
I feel like I have some.
One of my favorites is it's real quick too. It's
like I like any I like, not to cut you off, but I like any of the.
Well, you did cut me off, Dylan.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm really upset about it.
Okay.
I don't even want to talk now. Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't want to say what I said either because you're being a mean guy. I like any joke that has like deception, where it's like you have like it's like aren't you glad I wouldn't say banana, but you're about to like.
Why did that make me laugh? It's not even a joke. It's just something people say.
It's that, but it's like you think that's coming, but it's like 'cause blah. Yeah, it's something different.
That's funny. 'Cause blah.
Imagine.
I would pay to watch you do stand up if you like did a whole like 2-minute setup for a joke. You were like, so I'm standing at the fucking airport, right? I've got my suitcase in hand. And then walk up finally to the desk. I gave her my boarding pass. And then fucking everybody loses their shit, bro. Like, got roses being thrown on the stage at you, man.
I imagine that would kill too.
I was gonna say,
I just like broke my neck.
One of my favorite short go-to jokes is what did Cinderella say when she got to the ball?
What?
Get it? Like,
yeah.
Dick.
Yeah.
You want to hear a dirty?
That's a small dick that you get there. She's pretty talented.
You want to hear a dirtier one? It's a bit long, but
okay.
I'll get through it quickly. So there's this farmer, right? And he grows fruits, but they're like genetically modified fruits that taste different depending on what side you eat them. Okay. So he tells his friend about it, and his friend is like, no fucking way.
Oh, I know this one.
I don't believe that.
I know this one.
So he gives him the fruit. Just pretend you've never heard it, okay?
Yeah.
So he gives him the first fruit. He's like, take a bite. He's like, bro, that tastes just like an apple.
Turn it around.
Takes another bite. Oh, shit, that tastes like an orange. It's like, yeah, man, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
He pulls out another fruit. He says, try this one. He takes a bite. Dude, that tastes like a banana.
Yeah.
Turn it around. Dude, that tastes like pineapple. So he's like, yo, that's crazy. So the guy asks him, he's like, can you make fruits out of any flavor? And he's like, yeah, for sure. And he's like, it'd be amazing if you could make a fruit that tastes like pussy. So then, the farmer's like, bro, I've already made it. He's like, no way. So he hands him the fruit, takes a big bite, and he spits it out. And he's like, bro, this tastes like shit. He goes, turn it around. See that? I saved that joke to tell to anybody over the age of 35. Nice. Because that is like pinnacle humor. Like just tell anything dirty to a group of like fathers. And you're in the hole. Yeah. One thing I definitely know is what jokes cater to what community. As soon as you put me in a fucking place, I'm like, all right, I got this. Don't worry, we're good.
Right, you're never gonna tell, like, you're not gonna walk into the synagogue and be like, yes.
So them Jews.
Oh my, but like the only time it's okay is if Jews do it though. That's like the main, like in like Hollywood, like if a Jew can make like a self-deprecating.
If Jew can make. Shit, I mean, every fucking most comedy writers are Jewish. It's like not even a stereotype at this point. They literally are. Yeah. It's like every time you see one, it's like, oh, my name, and they're not even like. It's gonna sound like weirdly racist. I was gonna be like, they're not even that Jewish most of the time, but then like they say their full name and they're like, oh, yep, they're Jewish for sure.
I mean, even a symbol like Evan Goldberg, it's like, yeah, okay, that sounds fucking crazy. What?
Nothing.
That was a good stretch.
I thought you were gonna. They're gonna add to that. No. Instead, it was just a dead silence.
I don't talk. I know you might think that I speak a lot. Mm-hmm. No, I'm quiet like 90% of the day.
Yeah, I get that. That's bullshit, by the way.
I know, I'm so loud.
Yeah, I was about to say you probably fucking talk to yourself when nobody's talking to you.
For sure.
Well, I think it's Oh no, it's not. Well, I had one more thing I could fill in for sure.
Okay, what's that?
I was going to say, I mentioned earlier in the podcast that it's my mom's birthday coming up. And we're doing something to celebrate for my mom's birthday.
Yeah.
And it's kind of also for me. We're going to see the Batman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was one of those things where, because the movie technically comes out on the 4th.
For you, Mom. For
you. It was like that, but I just straight up told her. The movie comes out on the 4th, but the thing is that the theater that we go to, shout out to Cinemark, they let you go see movies the day before. So I wanted to get the tickets for March 3rd, which was my mom's birthday. But before I bought them, I went to my mom and I was like, hey, Mom, I know it's your birthday on that night, but I was wondering if you would be mad if I went to go watch The Batman. And I was even like, I'll even take you. And Mom was like, shit, you better fucking take me. It's my birthday. And I was like, all right, problem solved. So I'm very excited because I get to hang out with my mom, but I also get to go see The Batman, which is I'm very.
I need
excited
to do that.
about.
My mom's been. I gotta take my mom to the theater.
Mm-hmm. I haven't been to the movies with my parents, and
Bro, my brain will probably go fucking nuts. I'll think I'm a kid again.
I think the last movie I saw with my parents was Logan, the Wolverine movie, and that was like 2016, 17.
Oh, I haven't. It's been way longer with my parents. You know the last movie I saw? Ted.
Fuck, dude.
The first Ted.
That might have been pre-2010.
I think it was
2010.
I think it was 2010 exactly.
Now we're looking that up. That's crazy.
I think because my parents don't go to the movies much.
Ted released it 2012.
Okay, that's yeah.
Still though, you haven't been in a decade.
Yeah, that was my parents, and the only reason we went was because we were on vacation. And it was pouring rain, and we were like, it was like a beach town.
Were you in Florida?
No, we were Wildwood, New Jersey.
Okay. I have a similar story.
Yeah,
like
and we were like, we have nothing to do. We were gonna do this at the boardwalk, and we were like,
that same thing happened to us once in Florida, and we funny to keep it on topic. We ended up watching The Dark Knight because of that.
Good movie choice.
Did I ever tell you when I went to go watch Batman Begins?
No.
In theaters when I was a kid.
No, I've not heard this.
So like Batman Begins came out. That was definitely pre-2010, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that was way before 2000.
Because I'm in my head like this.
That's early. The movie's old, bro.
I would say like 07 maybe, but
04, bro. 06?
You think it? Nah, I don't think it's that old. Batman Begins release 05. Yeah, 05.
Yeah,
that's fair.
it's old.
A little medium. But long story short, I was gonna say I remember it being old because in my memory of this story, I was like really young. Like I was like I was like 10 or something like that. No, I was
9.
9? Is that how? Wait.
05.
6. I was 10. Oh, I said 05? I thought I said 06. 05. Yeah, so I was 9. I'm sorry. I don't know math.
We've known this.
We know this. Yes.
Add that to the compilation.
For sure. So we went to go see it, and I don't know if you remember this. There used to be a theater where the Marshalls is.
Yes, the second one, not the Modell's one,
nope.
The other one.
So we went there, and I remember we were like super excited. It was me, my dad, and my cousin who was staying over with us for the night. And we went, and I watched like the first 10 minutes of the movie, and then I just started feeling like shit. And I was like, yo, Dad, I don't feel good. And he was like, why? He was like, I don't know. He's like, you gonna throw up? I was like, no, I just don't feel good. And he's like, all right, well, let me know if it gets worse. And I was like, all right, sounds good. And then we watched like another 20 minutes of the movie, and I was like, Dad, I don't feel good.
Yeah.
And he like touched me, and I was burning up. Turns out I got like strep throat out of nowhere, and I got like a 105-degree fever. So we had to go back home like 30 minutes into Batman Begins. Didn't watch that movie till I was like 18 years old. Finally got around to it.
Hey, Bobby.
Yeah.
You got to watch the Batman, the beginning of Batman.
I did, yeah.
You watched the beginning.
I watched the beginning of Batman Begins.
We watched how it began.
Which is funny because then I saw the other movies, but I never saw the first one until I was like way older, and I was like, oh, I guess I should get around to watching the first movie in the trilogy since I've already.
But that's the one. That's the one I feel like everyone didn't watch, though. You know,
Batman Begins. It's a great fucking movie.
Yeah, it's a great one.
I'd argue
the one
it's
with Penguin, right?
It's the
one with Penguin in it.
No. Batman Begins?
Yeah.
No. Batman Begins is the Christian Bale one. He's Christian Bale with Scarecrow, Ra's al Ghul. It's kind of, I don't want to say it's forgettable, but after Dark Knight came out.
Well, like that's the thing. I remember everyone like first off, everyone spoke of Dark Knight as if it was like a standalone movie because it was like that iconic.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so it's like I feel like a lot of people like when the Dark Knight Rises came out, they were like another one. Like they didn't realize it was like a. But yeah, interesting.
But Batman Begins is really good because it's like. It's honestly like the best live action adaptation I've seen of the Batman origins. And it's not because everybody knows the whole like, you know, his parents get shot in the alleyway and Alfred raises him and all that stuff. It's more so to show like what he does when he becomes an adult and he wants to like fix like the crime issues and the poverty issues in Gotham and how he like basically travels the world to train. A lot of the movie is how he like learns that Wayne Tech makes a lot of the gadgets that he ends up using as Batman. So it's him like learning how to make the batarangs, how to shape his cape, how he builds his helmet.
We love engineering.
It's actually, I secretly love shit like that. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, man.
I mean, I don't know. It's good when things set up like that.
Yeah.
I just feel like some movies, if they, like they'll do just setup, like Dune, for example. It's just like 3 hours
For the
of
next movie.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, they just established a place.
Yeah.
And a movie. It's like, that's not a movie.
I think Infinity War did a good job of not doing that, because that movie's technically also set up for a second movie, but it feels like its own standalone movie.
It always needs to be.
Sorry to sidetrack. I just got a superhero movie conversation.
No, we
excited to see the Batman. Hoping it's going to be good. Not an origin movie. I think it's his second year as Batman in the storyline. But he's a very young, very angry Batman who takes all of his fights super personally. So excited to see Robert Pattinson unleash some wrath.
Someone accidentally trips him. He's just like, get over here.
Oof. Alrighty. Y'all ready for the last segment of the show? It's called the Jam of the Yam.
Yes.
It's where me and Dylan give our popular music recommendations for the week.
Correct.
So that you can go to the description down below, click on the Jam and Yam links, and you can go ahead and be listening to the same music that me and Dylan listen to. Do you want to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, go for it.
Absolute banger.
Oh, I've got a banger.
Like, it goes hard. And by that, I mean it's a very nice technical jazz song.
Okay.
And it's Differently Still.
Hey, that's still a banger. Jazz is great. Differently Still? That's the name of it.
Comma. Differently, comma, still.
That helps me a lot.
Yeah. Bad, Bad, Not Good. They're good people.
Fucking love Bad Bad.
Yeah. I feel like every song they have, I feel like they choose one person to get the solo. Or it's like it's just based on like what the theme of the song is, like what's the main instrument. And this one, I forget the name of the piano player, but he just goes insane.
Crazy.
And then you think it's gonna like, and then it ends, and you're like, no way. You know, it's a good song.
Nice.
Yeah.
My jam of the week, very interestingly enough, is gonna go to a Nigerian song that is called Ozumba Mbadiwe by Reekado Banks. Apparently, he's like an up and coming artist in Nigeria right now, and I did some research on it. Ozumba Mbadiwe is a famous expressway in Lagos, and apparently like the meanings behind the song, it's in English, but apparently like the meanings of the song is basically how like he grew up in like a less nicer area of Nigeria,
And he would go on
and now he's basically like you'll see him now on Ozumba Mbadiwe.
Oh, like he's going.
Yeah, like he's in the better areas now.
Oh,
like that.
I see. That
but
makes
he doesn't
sense.
forget his like beginnings or whatever.
Ooh,
but it's a banger.
That's good.
I think what I like about it is it gives off kind of like those dance hall-y vibes, but it's really unique. It doesn't sound too like not Caribbean, but it doesn't sound too like
dance hall songs have all of them are, you know, it's the same beat.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
They all sound very similar.
But this one is like really chill. Like
yeah.
The beat isn't that necessarily like it's what's the word?
You played part of it. It sounded good.
Yeah, but like it's not Caribbean though. What's the style behind it? I don't know. It's just very like West Indian, almost kind of like that, but the instrumentation is very like modern. I don't know how to explain it. It sounds like
it doesn't sound old.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like anything you've heard before, but it sounds like it would fit just well in those songs. I don't know how to explain it, but it's great. It's super vibe. Just chill out and listen to Ozumba Mbadiwe. And then after that, you hit pause, and then you look up Differently, comma, Still, and then you listen to that. Or I don't care what order you do them.
Maybe do it at different points in the day.
Just go listen to the Jam and Yam of the week. Our 78th. This is episode 79, but we technically started week 2.
Oh, interesting.
One of those things. So
I didn't realize we did that.
Mm-hmm.
Good idea.
Yeah. It's funny enough because we had the idea for the Jam and the Yam for the first episode. We just forgot to do it since it was the first episode.
True.
I think we were just more concerned about getting through the first episode.
Yeah, how it felt, etc. Damn. To think there was a time in which we didn't do this every week.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
It's weird, right?
It's very weird. I remember like just even trying to think about it. Like just thinking about like my daily routine now and thinking of my day like not doing the show would be weird.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, wait, am I missing something? Like,
and to think we're creeping up on 2 years now. Big stuff.
Why are we creeping? Can we like nicely say hi to 2 years?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
I'm down for whatever.
I don't know, man.
I'm down to be very nice to 2 years because 2 years has been very nice to me. Anyway, thanks for watching the Joystick Show. Episode 79. Thanks for hanging out with your boys, BOIS, Bobby and Dylan.
Same shit as earlier.
Yeah, make sure to go ahead and like. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe.
Damn, imagine watching the whole episode and
imagine cutting me the fuck off the second time in the episode when I'm trying to do the YouTube send off.
Oh no.
So how about you shut up and you hold that until I finish this part? Sound good? Make sure to go ahead and like the video.
When you ask me to say something later,
make sure to go ahead and subscribe and click the bell to stay up to date with whatever Team Joystick has got going on. And don't forget what I had told you to comment at the beginning of the video. Who's your favorite member of Team Joystick? You know who my favorite member of Team Joystick is? Anybody except this motherfucker right now. So now you can say whatever the hell you want to say.